Show me when the water becomes the time. Perfect and pure in heaven to shine. Even when the stars align. When all the countries lay down under the fields of this car town.
People in Oregon love literature.
If you show up to anything here and you show up repeatedly, you're in.
People who are highly invested, like you, highly invested in your imaginative life. So much so that you're willing to walk in and have someone say to you, I think you can be better at it.
The writers that I see who are enjoying their writerly life the most are the most engaged in the community.
The one true thing about the literary life is that writers love to get together and complain about how lonely it is to be a writer.
Writing with other forms of art, that for me brings about a new type of energy.
Getting beyond the transactional into like a writerly life where you know the people inside the organizations because you've been to their things. You know the writers who go there and you know their communities. That's a really rich place where you will find support if you give support.
What you're making between your hand and the paper is what matters most.
The only reason they're coming to Hawthorne, because we're so small, is because that book couldn't sell to one of the big five. And I love finding those kinds of books and then giving them an audience and putting them out there and having them do well.
I'm probably something of a naive sucker, but I believe that there is an audience for selling poetry books.
For me, self-publishing has really been about being willing to learn and accept that I don't know all the answers up front and I'm not doing things as well as I possibly could, and being willing to keep growing along the way.
As an editor, I think your job is to read the piece closer in a way than anyone is ever going to read it.
Often when I'm putting the issues together, there is at least one story that makes me cry.
You know, they're just people like this on the other side of that electronic divide.
No money is ever going to be enough money for the amount of time that you put into your thing.
These are our legacy, these books.
The essay that you end up creating is all these weird little stops that you find along the way. Never have an endpoint in mind.
I want to be both the life I've lived and transcend above it. But as an artist, as a poet, I want to do more. I want to be something greater than a hero. I want to be human. I want to be the flaw that I really am. And I want to, as our friend Seshwa Miłosz suggests, engage in my own shadow, to walk into that shadow and see how connected I am. For me, the craft of poetry is not a tool of heroism, not a mountain from which to lecture. Instead, it's a tool of inquiry, and in particular, of failure and redemption.
When the seasons are gone, every